We will be recording this webinar so that we can in the future provide you may it be needed. We are going to start the webinar now. Once again, welcome to our webinar. This webinar is part of iRonFX Academy and is one of the series of the webinars to come. Today's webinar is mostly dedicated to MetaTrader, the major trading platform we use at iRonFX, and we'll be also talking shortly about technical analysis, giving brief discussion about types of analysis too. My name is Yakub Rahimov and I'm the Business Development Officer of iRonFX. I have overall 9 years of trading experience, and I will be sharing all my knowledge and experience throughout Iron Academy. Please take your few minutes of reading this disclaimer. While you are reading, I would like to mention that Forex trading is a high-risk market, and it involves the risk of losing some or all of your equity. For that reason, you should not be trading with the money that you cannot support losing. Furthermore, this presentation has been prepared by iRonFX in relation to the provision of the investment and ancillary services and activities offered by the company. iRonFX Financial Services Limited is authorized and regulated by SISEC, FSA and ASIC. Furthermore, we do not carry this presentation as an advisory or consultancy on trading. For that reason, it's your sole responsibility to use any information from this webinar or any of the webinars that we are going to present. Let's now start the main presentation. Before we start, one major question for all of you. How many of you have been trading for less than 3 months? If you are trading for less than 3 months, please raise your hand or write in the chat box so that I can see. We have a number of traders who are trading for less than 3 months, which is good. This is going to be very suitable mostly for you, as we are going to start from the basic. We have Frederick trading for less than a month. We have Konstantinos, etc. We have a number of traders who are trading for less than a month, and quite a number who are trading just a month. It's alright. That's the main reason why we are starting this webinar from very beginning. Let's start. Basically, Forex trading is an online trading, majorly. Although you can also carry out some of your trading via phone, most of the time you will be carrying out majority of your trades via the net. For that reason, it's essential to have a trustable, high-quality platform where you can trust your entries, where you can trust that all the entries you use will be handled accordingly. There are a number of characteristics that you should be looking for while handling a trade from a platform. Number one, your platform should be simple. It should be accurate. It should give you the flexibility of customizing it according to your own needs. It should provide you quality graphs where you can see and navigate accordingly. Furthermore, it should certainly be high speed. And if you don't speak English, of course it should cover the language support of different languages. And most important of all, it shouldn't have any bugs. Bugs are basically issues on your platform. Some new platforms do have a lot of bugs, creating trouble for the trader. For that reason, I'm glad to inform you that our platform, MT4, does not have any bug. So you can trust in our platform. Let me introduce you MetaTrader 4. How many of you have not heard about MetaTrader? If you haven't heard about MetaTrader, just raise your hand. We have quite a number of people who are interested in Forex and have not heard about MetaTrader. This is very interesting. In short, MetaTrader is a platform where you will be carrying out your trades. All the entries you will be making will go through MetaTrader mostly, although you can also use our web trader. MetaTrader gives you the opportunity to carry out technical analysis. It allows you to have advanced commerce orders. It allows you to have customizable charts, and also gives you the opportunity to have automated trading strategies such as EAs, or also known as robots. It's a simple trading platform that enables convenient access to the most advanced tools in FX trading. FX is in short known as Forex. This is how your platform would be like when you would be opening your MetaTrader. This is just a simple shot from MetaTrader. We'll now go through all the aspects of MetaTrader. First of all, when you open your MetaTrader, on top, on this section, you will be seeing, let me highlight it so that you can see, on this section, you will be seeing one of the few most important factors, which are called also toolbars. The toolbar includes the basic charts, tools, and the buttons for opening the platforms to various windows. And let's go through the toolbars that we will be using mostly. When you are carrying your trade, you should be looking for the few following things. The first few tabs, basically from the plus sign up until the new order, these are the Windows section. By the way, we will be going through one by one all over these sections, explaining you what you can expect from them. With the new order, you can open an order when you click it. Expert advisors are used for EAs or robots or automated trading. The following three icons are therefore providing you the chart shapes. The next plus minus is to zoom in or to zoom out in your MetaTrader, the chart. Auto scroll is basically places the chart at the right hand side of the screen, reverses the action. And the it gives you basically the option to automatically scroll the window or the chart every time a new candle or a new bar is appearing. Templates are therefore basically providing the templates. We'll be going through each and every of these. Then we have at the bottom we have the drawing lines, and following that we have the time frames. Now let's go through the main tools. From the first one, there are three types of charts in Forex. First one on MT4 you will see is called a bar chart. It basically you can basically also use this chart by pressing Alt plus 1 key. If you click together Alt and 1 buttons on your keyboard, your chart will start looking like a bar chart. Following that, the most used chart type is called candlestick, where indeed every time frame that you choose will look like a candlestick. To have your chart look like a candlestick, or to have a candlestick chart, you will have to press Alt 2 or press this icon. If you feel more convenient using just a linear chart, then you can also press the third option or Alt 3. Then you will be having a linear graph. If you want to zoom in, you just need to press the plus button or the plus sign. Zoom out is minus button on your keyboard or the this sign. Auto scroll. If you press this button, your chart will be moving to the latest available candle, and every new candle appears, it will be shifting the chart. Shift button basically is there to shift your chart until the end, until the last button, until the last graph or pin bar, candlestick, whatever you would like to call it. Indicators tab, we'll come to it shortly as well. It basically gives you the quick access to standard and custom indicators or oscillators. Periodicity tab is basically giving you another option to customize your time frames. And templates tab is a submenu to save, load, or delete standard or custom templates that you have. We'll also come to it in a bit. As you said, there are three types of chart types. First one is called a bar chart. In here, your chart will look like a bar. The next one is called candlestick. As you can see in here on platform, I will be always using a candlestick. Candlestick, there are two types of candles, bullish and bearish candles. If the candle is a bullish one, the bottom part of the opening part of the candle is the opening, the top of the body is the closing, and if there is a shadow, like a long linear section, and it's basically the top, or if it is at the bottom, is the low part of the candle. Following that, we have also line charts. This is linear. Instead of having bar or candles, you'll be having a line, giving you the opportunity to see the market as from linear point of view. Furthermore, MT4 provides you the possibility of having your own language in your platform. To have your own language, you just need to go to the view section on the toolbar, go to the language and press the language of your choice. Once you place it, remember that you must be rebooting, you must be restarting your trading platform. Unless you do so, your language will be kept as English. Furthermore, if it is a standard template or you haven't customized your MT4, on your left hand side you will be seeing a chart like this, or the graph like this, which is called Market Watch. Market Watch displays the currency rate fluctuations, and it gives you basically all the currency pairs which are available by iRonFX to you. Not only currency pairs, but it also gives you the futures, options, commodities, and of course the FX currency pairs. When you have this Market Watch open, quite often you will not see all the currency pairs. So what you have to do is right click on this Market Watch and then click on View All. Once you do so, your Market Watch will include all the tools, all the trading tools that we have in iRonFX, and it will be available for you. On Market Watch, although you can also customize what you want to see in here, automatically it will have three sections that you can mostly look for. First one is called Symbol. The symbol is majorly or basically the currency pair or feature, option, etc. that you can have. Following that, we have the Beat section, which outlines the current actual selling rate of that currency pair, which is the next one next to the symbol. The Ask section is the actual current buying rate. High section will be the highest selling rate of that tool for that day. Let's say for USD Swiss franc, as if it was this screenshot taken today, it would have been 0.9424 so far, highest level that it has gone to. The lowest one is the lowest buying rate from the beginning of the session until present. In this screenshot, the lowest is so far 0.9372 up until 15 o'clock 36. And the time frame basically gives you the time which that trading tool was last quoted. Once again, this is not your actual time right now, it's the time where the last quote was received. This is because quite often some tools will not be available during all sessions. Such an example would be features. Some features are not available during 24/7, and for that reason you should be looking for when it was last available. If you click on open a new order and you see that it's not possible, please check this section to see when it was last quoted, and if you see that it is last quoted 3-4 hours or even 10 hours earlier, it means that order is not going to be possible for that moment. You have to wait until the market opens for it. How we can basically open a new chart? We have seen the Market Watch, but you cannot only trade based on the Market Watch. You should be seeing the actual market for any specific tool. And this is basically done via opening a new chart for that specific tool. Although there are several options of opening a chart, the first one I'll give you as an example would be clicking on the plus button on your MT4. It's going to be probably on the left hand side of your screen, unless you have moved it around. You click on it, select any currency pair that you would like to have, and it will click on it, it will be opening a new chart. Another option would be going on Market Watch, click on any currency pair that you have and dragging, dropping it on your screen. The last option is clicking on the file on your menu, then go to New Chart and select any currency pair or etc. that you would like to have. It will be opening a new section, new chart on your MT4. Meanwhile, once you have done so, you should also be looking for any possibility of opening a new order. Again, there are many options, not many, there are few options of opening a new order, new entry. One would be just right click on your chart and click on new order. By that way you will be opening a new trade. Once you have done so, once you have done a new order, your screen will look like this. The first and four top will be the symbol. The symbol will basically give you the option or give you the opportunity to see which trading tool you are going to trade, which instrument you are going to trade. Following that, you have to select the volume. In iRonFX, we have the volume starting from 0.01 lot. This is standard lot. By this, you basically choose your quantity that you wish to trade. Following that, it's optional for you to either select or not to select your stop loss, maximum allowable loss that you can bear, and take profit that you would be looking for making profit. Following that, you can also customize your orders. You can either buy at the time of clicking, which is called instant execution, or you can also put a pending order. Pending order is an order that you predefine and it executes in the future. Once you have done all this, you have two options, sell or buy. There are two buttons. You can see here, sell or buy. You choose and you press on it. Let's say you pressed on sell. It will automatically sell the order that you have selected or the instrument that you have selected. Once you have pressed sell or buy, if it is an instant order, your screen will look like this one. It will give you an order number. It will give you which type of order you have selected. Buy, sell, buy stop, sell, buy limit, sell limit. The order size, trading instrument, and the level that you have opened your position at. You can, if you wish so, you can print this, or you just click OK, everything will be fine. Further to this, once a trade has been opened, once you have executed your trade, you can also follow this on your terminal window, which is generally at the bottom side of your screen of your MetaTrader. If you have an actual buy order, it will be showing on top. From left to right, let's also go through what you will have in there. On the left hand side, you will have your order number. This is number 1. Next, you will have the time which you have opened the entry, then the type of the entry, whether it was buy or sell, the size of the entry, symbol for the instrument, in this case it's USD GPY. You'll have the price which the entry was executed. Stop loss will be the maximum allowable loss that you can bear, and take profit would be the profit that you would be looking for. The price is basically the price that the market is appearing at for the time being. Commission, if your account is a commission-based account. We'll also outline the commission. Swap is the overnight commission that's charged. If you have an Islamic account, you will not have the swap for 10 days. Profit is basically the difference, whether it can be plus or negative, and the comment is up to you whether you want to have it or not. Keep it in mind that pending orders will be displayed after your actual orders. Let's say you want to exit an entry. If you would like to exit an entry yourself manually, what you do is that you come on your trading terminal window, you double click on your profit or swap or even the symbol. After that, such an window will appear. In this section, you can either decide to close all the whole amount of your entry, or you could close partially. If you would like to close the whole amount of your entry, what you have to do is click the close button on your platform on the newly appearing window, or if you would like to close your entry partially, you'll have to go to the volume, select the volume that you would like to, the size of the entry that you would like to exit, and again press the close button. Remember, if accidentally you press sell or buy on this window, there will be additional entry opening. So for that reason, you must be very careful. Further to this, you can also define how much deviation you would like to have in your trading opening or closing. And this is done by clicking on this small tick bar here, enable maximum deviation from the quoted price. And in this section, you give the maximum deviation that you can allow. This is up to you whether you would like it or not. This is one of the winning points of iRonFX trading portal. Not all the brokers gives you such an option. We provide you the option to choose how much deviation you would allow yourself to have. Let's now go through how we can customize our chart. To be honest, I myself don't like having a chart with the black background, because it gives me the negative energy and it gives me pessimistic feeling. For that reason, I always customize my chart into a brighter color. And it's because vision can and do make a big difference in traders' profitability. In order to customize and change the colors of your chart, you have to go on your chart, right click with your mouse and click on the properties. Once you have clicked on the properties, such window will be opening. In here you can customize your whole chart, from the candlesticks to background to foreground, etc. This is up to you. Once you have done it, press OK, and your chart will be looking like the way you have designed so far. If you would like to save this, your template, if you would like to save it as a template that you can use for future charts, what you will have to do is right click again on your chart and click on Save Template. It's very easy step. Once you have done it, it will ask you to name your template. You write the name that you would like to see, because generally you'll have more than one template, so that you can distinguish your templates from each other. And by that way, you will have your saved template. In the future, you will no longer need to go and customize it again and again. It will save you a lot of time. Let's say you have saved a template you are opening a new chart and you want to have the same template on it. This time what you'll have to do is right click on your chart, the newly opened chart, click on either the template name which appears right away, or if you don't see it, if you have too many template names, what you do is click select template and load template. Once you find your template name, you press open and the chart will be opening with the template that you have chosen for. These are basically small informative sections about your MetaTrader. Do you have any questions so far? If you have any question, please answer it. Ask it. Okay. Seems like it's so far understandable. If you have any question, you can still ask it. In the meantime, I'll be passing to the introduction to the technical analysis. Okay. Summing it up, MT4 or MetaTrader 4 gives you the opportunity to summarize what's happening in the market. It's a platform enabling you to trade, to make any change in your chart, and to make it visually useful for your eyes or visually appealing. We at iRonFX provide 15 types of trading portals. You can trade with your MT4 from your PC, from your Mac, from your smartphones, tablets, whatever you would wish for. However, the most advanced one of the MT4s will be on your PC or Mac. You cannot have all the functionalities of your MetaTrader on your mobile or tablet. Let's go through the analysis. In short, there are three types of analysis. There is technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and flow analysis. By complementing all these analyses together, you will be able to form a more accurate picture of when, where, and how to invest. You might say that Forex is not investing. I would agree with you to some point. However, it is a type of investment. You must also understand that all the analysis types are different from each other. They have different aspects. We will now compare technical analysis against fundamental analysis. Before I go through it myself, can anybody give me an example of fundamental analysis? Okay, we have quite a number of answers. It's basically, there are many types of aspects which you would and you should be focusing on while trading based on fundamentals. This can be the news, this can be the rumors, this can be the decision making by Fed, Bank of Japan, ECB, etc. However, today we will not be going through the fundamentals, but we will be comparing technical analysis against fundamental analysis. First of all, fundamental analysis focuses on intrinsic value, actual value or actual data. As an example, if today the Federal Reserve Chairman M. Bernanke talks, the market or fundamental analyst will start analyzing the actual facts given by Mr. Bernanke's speech. On the other side, technical analysts will focus on the past price and the volume in the market. They will be analyzing the market according to what has happened in the history up until the moment. Following that, fundamental analysis it basically studies information that relates to geographical and economic events. As an example, if the unemployment rate, which is social factor, goes up, it will affect the market. Or the tsunami which hit Japan, it affected the Japanese yen. Or GDP figures from the UK, from US, etc., which is an economical event. This affects the market from fundamental point of view. On the other side, technical analysts will study charts. They will look for patterns, trends, etc. to identify which level to enter the market and which level to exit the market. Fundamental analysis will have top to down, from economies to companies, or bottom-up analysis. However, technical analysis will be based on statistical indicators or oscillators. Let me open let me go back in the slides to give you an example. Okay, we'll be demonstrating the whole thing from the beginning, and we will be giving a few technical analysis examples in this section. First, we discussed about adding extra chart or adding a chart to your screen. It can be basically done by clicking this plus button, or going to File, New Chart, or going to Market Watch and drag and dropping the instrument directly on your chart. Once we have done it, we can customize our chart. In general, I will always use dark gray as a background. I'll use bar up with dark green. This is my favorite colors. Bar down will be black for me. Bull candle again will be dark green. Bear candle black. Once we have done it, we press OK, and this is how our chart will be done. You will see that for this current chart, it's based on bars. It's not candlesticks or it's not linear. Because I don't want to have bar charts, I always prefer having candlesticks. I come up on my screen and press the candlesticks. Once I do so, my chart will be transformed into candlestick bars. If I'd like to make an entry, what I do is I either go to new order on top, which will open like this. In here I can decide how much the volume I would like to make. Let's say one lot. We can also make the analysis based on here. Let's say we will be selling, or let's look at it. We will be buying because it's at 130 level so far. So what we do is 129.60, we say, we give 40 pips stop loss, and 130.60, which is 60 pip take profit on average. We put. We have an instant order. We call this webinar because we are opening this entry with the webinar presentation, and we press buy. Once we do so, our entry has been executed. We can also see where our entries stand at in this section. We can see that our entry was executed at 130.05. We have this stop loss of 40 pips, 45 pips at 129.60, and take profit level is at 130.60, which is 55 pips. I would admit that this is not a healthy entry because of risk management. I would generally advise you using 1 to 3 risk management, meaning whatever profit you are making for, you should have a stop loss of 1/3 of it. Let's say if you are looking for 60 pips profit, in general, I would advise you to use 20 pips. If you are looking for 150 pips profit, you can also use 50 pips of stop loss. This is a healthy way of looking forward, but you should be analyzing it based on support and resistance, which will be coming in our following webinars, how to identify supports and resistance. Okay, this is basically how we open an entry. How we close it, we double click on the entry. If you want to close only half of it, we call it, because this is a one lot entry, we click on the volume, we make 0.05. You want to close half of it. I'm not going to close it in this section, but what we do is that we press close. Once you close it, it will be closed. We can also show it right now. I'm going to close this half entry. This is a demo account, so it doesn't affect anything. You press close, and you will see that automatically the size has been reduced to 0.5. Once you press OK, it will be done. As we have said, the pending orders will be at the bottom of your screen after your open entries. Let's go through the following part, which is about adding indicators. In order to have indicators, you must have navigator panel open. That's basically the easiest way. However, there are also other ways to add it. we'll be basically adding it first with the navigator. What we do is that we go to the view, we press navigator. This is for your technical analysis. I repeat, this is for technical analysis. Once you have your navigator open, you will have more than one types of indicators. You have the indicators, and then you will have the custom indicators. Custom indicators are the ones that come not, it's basically customized indicators. It's not usual for MT4, it's not default. Let's say we want to have here moving average. We find the moving average, we click on it, and we come drop on it. My favorite moving average are 200, simple moving average. We write period 200. We press OK, and you'll see that we have added a red line over here. This is our 200 moving average. If you wish so, we can also add another extra moving average. The same way, we drag it and drop it. Let's now this time add 50 moving average, and we change the style to green, this one. We add it, you will see that we added a new section, a new indicator. In short, this is one of the indicators that most of the people will use. If you are a new one, I highly recommend you using this, because it will give you the opportunity to decide where the trend is leading to. We'll be discussing indicators more in detail in our next webinar. This is basically introduction to technical analysis. Further to this, you can also decide analyzing the market with the trend lines. As an example, this way, you come to your toolbar, you press the trend line, and what you do is that you find the lows and connect them. What technical analysts say that market will move according to the rules. There are specific trends that technical analysts will look for. And technical analysts will believe that you can calculate the market based on the history. One of the very foremost used type of analysis is trend line analysis, where traders will be connecting highs and lows to find the support and resistance. With trend line, you can see that I have highlighted the high in this section, two highs, and it gives us the option where the next resistance will be. And you can see that actually this resistance, according to the previous two highs, we could actually find the previous resistance. Resistance is the level as your ceiling in the house. Imagine you have a basketball, you throw it on top, it will have a resistance because you have a wall or ceiling on top. And the support is like your floor. You drop something, it will be stuck on it, it will bounce up. Or another way is for this to find the support is basically connecting two lows, and it will be giving you an optional support to come. In this way, or in this example, you can see that support can be expected for this trend at the level of 128.30, because that's where we have the trend line. However, this might vary. This is one of the ways of having technical analysis. But as a trader, you must keep one thing in mind, that every analyst will have a different kind of analysis. Let it be fundamental, technical, or flow, everybody will have a different way of reading the market. For that reason, it's highly recommended for everybody to define their own strategy so that you can have your own way of looking to the market. If one trader is reading the chart according to his way, it doesn't mean that everybody will be able to analyze the market that way. For that reason, you must have your own strategy so that you can define your own path. These are basic information about technical analysis. It has been 50 minutes since we have started the webinar. If you have any question at the moment, please do ask so that we can consider it. We have somebody from Bangladesh asking to show the ratio of technical, fundamental, and flow analysis. Let me go back to that slide, 1 second. Basically, 40% of the traders will be analyzing the market according to Garrick and Menkoff based on technical analysis. 36% of the analysis will be done by fundamental analysis, and 24% of the traders will analyze the market based on flow analysis. We have somebody asking about what is breakout. Let me give you as an example of breakout. Breakout is, as I've just said, breakout will be based on, or the market will be trending according to technical analysis based on one trend line, or it can be more than one, based on few trend lines. What you do is you define these trend lines. This is an example of trend line in this section. You draw a trend line highlighting highs and lows, and you expect the market to behave this trend line as a resistance level because we are using the two high levels. If the market breaks this resistance level or this trend line above or below, this becomes a breakout. This is the level that the trend line becomes invalid anymore. And this is what most of the traders will look for. Once the trend line is broken, volatility increase. This is called breakout. We have a trader asking about which time frame is best to trade. I myself will analyze the market based on daily time frame or weekly because it's a long-term trend that you look for, or you can look for if you are analyzing based on long-term time frames. However, as I am mostly swing or intraday trader, if I am opening an intraday entry, my entry will be based on 1 hour or 4 hour time frame because it's a smaller time frame than 1 hour, 1 day, and I can see what the trend is like. On the other side, if your strategy is a scalping strategy, you can also analyze the market on 1 hour or 4 hour time frames, and if you are a scalper, you would be then executing your entry on 1 minute or 5 minutes because you would be then scalper. Scalper is basically looking for a market that gets the volatility, looks for few pips and exit the market right away. we have we have one person asking if this trade we made will come to profit. To be honest, I didn't analyze the market. As you saw, it was just an example. However, there is possibility that it will come profitable because it's on a level that can be counted as support. If not, it will be loss. As this is a demo account, it's not a real account. It doesn't really affect me, and for that reason, I don't mind holding it. One person is asking where I'm from. I can tell you that I'm a global resident. I have never lived in one country for a long time. However, originally I'm from Azerbaijan, and I've lived so far almost all over the world. I'm currently residing in Cyprus. We have Carlos asking what is swap on order. Swap is basically a commission that is charged if you hold your account over the night. If you are holding your account over the night, you will be charged a small commission. It's generally very, very small, that you don't even notice it, or so that the broker does not handle all the handle. It's a commission that's charged for handling or holding the position over the night. We have people asking about what is clean breakout. Breakout, I've explained it a few seconds ago. There are a few types of breakouts: fake breakout, clean breakout, or just breakout. Fake breakout is a breakout that tests the resistance or support, tries to break it out. However, it cannot completely go above it, and after a few pips, 20, 15, sometimes even up to 50 pips, it bounces back according to the trend line. This is fake breakout. However, if you see the trend being broken by more than 50 pips, generally more than 35 pips, this is an actual clean breakout. That's what it means. We have one trader asking about Fibonacci. We'll be coming to Fibonacci not in this webinar. It's not part of today's webinar. We'll be having a section completely dedicated to Fibonacci, as it's a vast subject. Please come to our following webinars and follow all the sections so that you can learn all about Fibonacci, candlestick analysis, analysis based on moving average or MACD, etc. We'll be covering all these in our following webinars. We have a trader asking about technical terms. Would you please elaborate on what you mean by technical terms? We have a trader called Asif who says he hasn't got any who hasn't got any technical analysis or fundamental analysis background. We will be covering all these. This is called iRonFX Academy. For that reason, we will be covering all the trading aspects from A to Z as an academy. This is the first one from technical analysis. For that reason, you should be following our webinars so that you can have better understanding of what the analysis can be like. We have Zoltan Beki asking if this webinar is going to be located on our website later on. We are developing a new education section on our website where this webinar and all the other webinars will be placed. However, it will not be sent to you directly yet. This will take place a few weeks where we will be locating all these webinars on our website. Until then, you will have to wait a bit more to have all the webinars to be located on the website where you can download and watch them all one by one. Yasin is basically asking important technical analysis. Everybody, Yasin, have different type of analysis. For me, as a trader who mostly trades based on price action, candlestick, and moving average, I do not have specific preference on any indicator because indicators are not what I'm looking for. However, the novice traders, the new traders, will quite often look for an entry or a structure of strategy based on moving average, MACD, maybe stochastic or RSI. This is completely up to you. The way you feel comfortable, the way you feel easy on the trend definition, this is your strategy and this is your own way of looking market. If you have any specific question about, let's say, moving average for today, I could answer it now. As I've said, we will only talk about Fibonacci numbers in our following webinars. Fibonacci retracement, etc. will not be discussed in this webinar. Here, somebody asking how to enter a trade based on moving average. I don't necessarily recommend entering a market based on moving average. You would be too naive to do so. However, you can use moving average as your support or resistance. I've given you an option, 250 moving average. These are very strong moving averages. These are the ones that are used quite often by all the traders. You would be seeing that these 50 and 200 moving average will quite often act like a support and resistance level. As an example, in here you can see the trend is bullish. Each time it drops on 50 moving average, it bounces it up. Each time it touches in here too, it bounces up. And it cannot completely cross it. However, once it does start to make zigzag on it, we should be looking for a breakout on either direction, and you can see that it happens in this section, that it clearly breaks out the whole moving average. And once this happens, you then understand that the market has broken out, and you look for opposite direction. It's bearish market right now. It's a bearish market, and you look for sell opportunities. Each time it touches again on 50 moving average, you look for selling it. I hope it answers your question, Samer. There are, let me see who is it asking. Somebody from Bangladesh is asking about how to draw exact support and resistance level. Support and resistance level, there are so many ways of defining it. One is with moving average that I have just explained. Another could be with the trend lines. You draw your trend line connecting highs and lows, and this becomes your, if you are connecting the highs will become your resistance. If you are connecting your lows, let's say as an example, let me see a possible in here. This is your support. So each time it touches the trend line, it's supposed to go up. And once, if it breaks it, you look for bearish. Yasin is asking how we can do the fund management. I hope and I believe that you are basically appealing to risk management. I recommend using 1 to 3 risk management. What means is that if you are looking for, let's say, 3 pips profit, you should not be risking more than 1 pip. This is basic risk management. It's up to you. And that's also how I'll do in general. If I'm looking for making, let's say, $3,000 with one trade, then maximum risk I could take would be equal to $1,000. Okay, again we have another question based on trailing stop. How you can do the trailing stop? First, if you have a pending or open entry, what you do is you go on the entry, you right click on it, then you will have a trailing stop. You choose the points that you would like to have. Let's say we want to customize it in this section. We want to use 15 pips trailing stop. You write 150 because the trailing stop in iRonFX is defined by points. So 10 points is equal to 1 pip. You write 150 for 15 pips, click OK, and it will be trailed by 15 pips. What it means is that every time, if you go more than 15 pips profit, your stop loss will be trailed every 15 pips. So let's say you are in 16 pips profit, your stop loss will be brought to 1 pip profit. So it will make your stop loss following your profit. And this is good mostly if you cannot, if your let's say PC or laptop is open, you have the internet access but you are not behind it. So you can put this trailing stop, make sure that you would be in profit by this way. Of course, if the trend is at least to some point on your way. We have Jenny asking how much iRonFX charge for transaction. I believe this is about buy sell or the commission. We have two types of accounts. Basically, we have the accounts based on spread only, no commission charge. In these accounts, you have only the spread, so you don't pay any extra commission. However, we do also have commission-based accounts. We have accounts where spread is starting from zero pips, and in these ones you would be having $6.50 or so commission for your every lot that you trade. Sam is asking how long do I trade in Forex in one day. It again depends on what type of entry am I looking for. If I'm looking for a swing entry, which I will use a bit larger stop loss, let's say 100 pips, and I will have 300-400 pips take profit. In that case, I analyze the market for a few minutes, 10, 15, maybe even 1 hour, and make my entry and leave my PC. I don't have to be behind my PC watching the market in that case, because it's a swing entry. Whereas if I'm going to enter a scalp entry, where scalping is generally done within from seconds to 1 hour or so, in that case I will be behind my PC for up to 1-2 hours looking at the market. It's all up to you what type of entry you are making. Rifat is asking how to find support and resistance based on 250 moving average. It's very simple. Each time the candle touches 50 and 200 moving average, it's supposed to bounce up or down. So they are themselves acting as your support and resistance. You have to practice it to see. You have to backtest it. I'll be answering last two questions, and we will be finishing these webinars here. We have a question called how can I filter my entry? What do you exactly mean by filtering your entry? Intraday, which RSI level is important? RSI is I believe you are mentioning about the level that should be 70 level is generally quite important for RSI. That's so far you can look for. However, again, not one indicator can tell you what's going to happen in the market. If it was so, everybody would have been rich. So you have to develop a way to combine more than one indicator, or develop a kind of a strategy for yourself that you can look for the market. As an example, quite often traders will combine MACD, RSI, and moving average for themselves to understand the market. This is up to you. Hassan is asking how we close half the entry. It was, you basically click on the open entry. You have this window opening. You go to the volume on the top. Let's say now we want to close 0.01. You write it and you press close. I will leave this one because we will have another seminar for my next course, so that we can use this as an example. Last question and we will be closing this webinar. Most of the questions I see is about the next day of the webinar, the next webinar. We will be announcing this shortly. However, I believe it will be in mid-July, after the 15th of July. We will have more than one webinar in July. We will be covering technical analysis 2 and 3, where we will be going from MACD, RSI, stochastic, and moving average. And we will be also shortly covering about Fibonacci number before we go complex in Fibonacci. I have received so many questions in here. If I have missed any question from anybody, you can feel free to write me an email personally with your questions. You may reach me by yrahimov@ironfx.com. This is my personal email address, or preferably you write an email to the company too. However, please note that no specific consultancy or advisory based email will be answered. I will not answer any advisory based question. Okay, thank you very much for your time and attention. It was great spending the last 1 hour 20 minutes with you. We will be announcing our next webinar shortly, where we will be covering different aspects of fundamental and technical analysis, etc. Furthermore, before we end the webinar, I would like to mention a few factors about iRonFX. iRonFX is one of the world's top brokers in the market, which has been awarded recently for the best execution. We have licenses and fully licensed. We are fully licensed and regulated by ASIC, Australian Securities and Investment Commission, FCA, also or as known as previously FSA, Financial Services Authority of UK, SISEC, etc. We currently offer 100% bonus for the deposits up to $6,000 US, and this offer is ending at the end of this month, the 30th of June. So if you are planning to deposit and you want to earn, or you want to get this 100% bonus, you should hurry up doing so, because this is a limited offer from iRonFX. We will be continuing with our webinars, seminars, and being present with you all the time. Thank you very much once again for your attention. We'll be looking forward to seeing you among us in our following webinars. Thank you. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.